Hello everyone and welcome back. Today will be a quick video about the properties of water that depend on polarity, adhesion and cohesion. So first we all know that water is made out of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. The peculiar structure of water makes one side of the water molecules positive and the other side negative, because you have this oxygen with a high electronegativity that would pull the electrons from the other two hydrogens. This will make oxygen partially negative and makes the two hydrogen atoms partially positive. So polarity means one side of my molecule is positive and the other side is negative. This polarity, I will have four properties that depend on that polarity. First, the cohesion. Cohesion is the sticking of water towards itself, while adhesion, the second property that depends on polarity, the water is stick to other substances. The third property, water can absorb large amount of energy. The fourth property, water dissolve many things. First, let's look at cohesion. Cohesion is one character of water because of polarity. Water molecules attract each other, and this is sticking between water molecules. We call it cohesion. The cohesion force between the water molecules on the surface of water makes the water forms a thin film. This what make you able to fill a cup of water above its rim. Also, the insects can walk on the surface of water because the small weight of insects doesn't break the cohesion of water molecules. The second property that depends on polarity of water is the adhesion. The adhesion is a sticking of water molecules to other substances. So substances would be polar substances. If the attraction between those polar substances and water is larger than the attraction between the water molecules, this will make those substances wettable substances, and water will be attracted to them. Similar to that, if I have a paper, you could see that the attraction between the water molecules and the paper is larger than the attraction between water molecules. This is adhesion happens between the water molecules and water. The other property which is opposite to the wettability of the substances, if I have non-polar substance. This non-polar substance will not be able to attract water molecules. Non-polar substances will not adhere to water molecules. Those substances we will name them waterproof substances. So these waterproof substances, the water will just roll off those substances. Similar to that, if you have a mobile, you could see that the surface of the mobile, if you you have some drop of waters above it, it is made of non-polar substances. So the water molecules will just flow or roll off the surface of the mobile. So if I compared between the cohesion of water and adhesion, cohesion happens between water molecules, while adhesion happens between water molecules and polar substances. If I have substances that the attraction between them and water molecules is larger than the attraction between water molecules, I will have what is called adhesion. Now let's look at the third property of water. Water absorbs large amount of energy. First we need to know the definition of specific heat. Specific heat is the energy that is needed to increase the temperature of any substance 1 degree centigrade. This energy or the specific heat of water is large because the adhesion between the water molecules is so large that the specific heat, the energy that is needed to break this bond between the water molecules, is large. Also, when the water molecules convert from liquid state into vapor state, this vapor or the particles of water molecules will store a large amount of energy, keeping the surrounding warm. Water acts as a solvent that dissolves many substances. Because water is a polar substance, this means it will be able to dissolve many substances polar as well. This is what makes water act as a universal solvent. Also, water has this ability to break not just the polar substances but some of non-polar substances, because the attraction between those non-polar substances is weak, that water molecules will be able to break the bond between these weak non-polar substances. By that we came to the end of our video. Till next video, thank you and goodbye.